Namaskaram. We are now with the Bhagavad Gita, Adhyayam 6, Chapter 6, Atma Samyama Yogam. In this, we have covered up to Sloka 29, where we have seen the ways of meditation, the steps one has to follow. The rest of the chapter talks about who can maintain this from Janma to Janma. How somebody can continue his all the austerity measures to get into the yogi padavi from one life to another life. How blessed one has to be to get a birth in such a family who will have these practices. And what will happen if you drip off from that? That will be what discussed in the rest of the chapters, the slokas. So here 30, 31, 32 as a continuation to the austerity measures as part of a yogi, the charyas, the activities, the measures, the steps one has to follow will be described. 33 to 36 will be Arjuna's question. Is it that simple or practical for everybody to follow? And Bhagavan's answer to that. 37 to 47 will be what will happen if somebody falls from their routine, strict discipline of following such a yoga pattern. What will happen to them? And the glory of being in the Atma Samyama Yoga will be explained. So let us go through the verses. Sloka number 30. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sajame na pranashyati. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. I will never leave anyone who will come close to me, and nor I will leave you when you come close to me. That means I am never lost to anyone, nor I will lose you if you decide to be part of me, join with me. Everywhere, anytime, for any purpose, for anything, I will be with you. That is the guarantee Bhagavan gives in this sloka. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. I will see you everywhere. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. I will be around you everywhere. Sarvam cha mayi pashyati. Everywhere you can see me. That means I will follow you and you will be able to see me. Tasyaham na pranashyami. Me is never lost. Na pranashyami. You will never lose me. Sajame na pranashyati. I will never lose you. Very simple sloka. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam ja mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sajame na pranashyati. No explanation required. I think it's very, very clear. Now, next sloka 31. Sarvabhuta sthitam yo mam. Sarvabhuta sthitam yo mam bhajatyekatva mastitaha sarvatha vartamanobi sayogi mai vartate sarvabhutasthitam yo mam. I am there in every living being. I will stay in every living being. Bhajatyeka tvamastitaha. Those who worship me, those who do bhajans to me, bhajatyekam, bhajati, who worships me, who joins with me, sthitaha, getting established there, with all the bhajans, if they get established to me, sarvadha vartamanobi, all kind of activity, I will be in all the kind of activity, I have to be with them. That means in their thoughts, if I exist, that means if you do every karma with a devotion to Bhagavan, sayogi mai vartate, such people will become yogis. They are yogis. Such people are yogis. Sarvadha vartamanobi sayogi mai vartate sarvabhutasthitam yo mam bhajatyekatvamastitaha sarvadha vartamanobi sayogi mai vartate. Such people are into the level of a yogi. In all activity, my presence should be there in their soul. I must be worshipped throughout. I must reside in their soul. Then for every activity I will be there to support them. Sloka number 32. Atmaupamena sarvatra Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yo Arjuna Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yo Arjuna sukham yava yadi va dukham sukham va yadi va dukham sayogi paramo mataha sayogi paramo mataha. If they are as if they are in their own, as if they are on their own, what will happen to them? With regard to every activity, in every living beings, irrespective of happiness or sorrows, I will be there with them. Sayogi paramo mataha. They can surrender to me. Therefore, what will happen? Sukham va yadi va dukham. Whether they are in happiness or in sadness, whether they are in distress or joy. Atmaupamena sarvatra. Similar to oneself. Everywhere. Atmau pa anyena sarvatra. With all that, as if I am there inside them, if every activity which they do, samam pashyati yo Arjuna, equally see everything, everyone, that samadarshitaha they can attain. And then what will happen? Either sukham or dukham. Sukham va yadi va dukham, either joy or sorrow. Sayogi paramo mataha. They consider as that is the highest blessing because I am there with them. That is what Bhagavan says. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yo Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukham sayogi paramo mataha. For a yogi, both will be equal and they reach into that equanimity and equality. Both will happen. Now, having said this, Arjuna is not totally convinced because Bhagavan repeatedly giving different types of explanations to different paths and different ways where we can unite with Bhagavan. The Bhagavan himself is explaining to Arjuna, But Arjuna is not able to totally believe that this is possible for everyone. So Arjuna has question. That is the next sloka 33 and 34. And answers to that is what 35 and 36 again by Bhagavan. But even after that, Arjuna is not convinced. We will see that. Again Arjuna keeps on asking question. So let us see how the evolvement happens, how the change happens in Arjuna, wherein his questions are in such a fashion where some change, whether we can visualize. Because from the question, a guru can understand the state of the disciple. If your questions are very good, that means you could follow a little. The questions are very low, that means you couldn't follow at all. So let us see how analyze Arjuna's question, or look at what Arjuna is asking. Arjuna uvacha, sloka number 33. Arjuna uvacha, yoyam yogasthvaya prokta, yoyam yogasthvaya prokta, samyena madhusudana, etasyaham na pashyami chanjalatvat sthitam sthiram. Yoyam yogasthvaya prokta. As you are telling how a yogi, a system has to be, yogasthvaya, as you are explaining to me, proktaha, what you said, samyena madhusudana, the equanimity, samyena, looking at everything with compassion, you said, etasyaham na pashyami, etasyaham na pashyami, that I am able to hear what you are saying, but I am not able to see that state. Na pashyami, I am not able to see. It is not hearing. I am not able to get into that state where I can visualize everything as you wanted. That imagination, that visualization is not coming in me. Why? The reason also he knows. Chanjalatvat sthitim sthiram. Restlessness is what is my problem. Chanjalam. Sthitim sthiram. My situation is not steady. I am in a chanjala avastha. I am vibrating. So I am not able to see. That means Arjuna himself knows why you are not able to visualize the yogi state, because your manas is in chanjala avastha. When your manas is in chanjalam, even when somebody tells you this is how a yogi is, you will not be able to visualize. The restless mind is what is making me look at everything. That means I am seeing everything is impractical and unattainable to me. That is what Arjuna says. Oh Madhusudana, samyena, it looks like what you are saying is all perfect. Etasyaham na pashyami. I am not able to get into that. I feel it is impractical for a person like me whose mind is restless. Arjuna uvacha, yoyam yogastvaya prokta, samyena madhusudana, etasyaham na pashyami chanjalatvat sthitim sthiram. Now, sloka number 34. Arjuna continues. Chanjalam himana krishna pramadi balavadradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Chanjalam himana krishna. A Krishna, restless mind, that is my state now. Pramadi balavadradam. Yeah, you have to be strong, but the turbulence is much powerful than that. See, I am strong and I can control my dridham, balavat dridham, pradhami. But my turbulent manas itself is much more turbulent. What will happen? Tasyaham nigraham manye. If I have to control that, think about it. Why? What is the comparison simile? What Arjuna is bringing? Vayoriva sudushkaram. Like controlling a wind, how difficult is that? That difficult is controlling my manas. Manas is always considered as wind, sea, wave, and that is why in the horoscope also moon is considered as managarakan. Because of moon the wave happens, the chanjalam, keep on moving, vibration. Vayoriva sudushkaram. It will be difficult for me to control, as difficult as a wind, controlling a wind. But here, if you look at, Arjuna is not telling it is not possible. Impossible is not the word what Arjuna says. Arjuna says, Sudushkaram. It is difficult. That means what? It is possible. So Arjuna's question itself is giving a clue. Okay, something is not possible. Then finished. No. Difficult. Then there is a chance. That means you will have to try more and more. That's it. As simple as that. It is very difficult. It is not impossible. That's the clue which we get. Chanjalam himana Krishna pramadhi balavadradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Hey Bhagavan, it is very difficult to control the manas, as difficult as controlling the wind. So the clue for answer is already given by Arjuna himself to Bhagavan. So now Bhagavan knows, Arjuna is in my life. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha 35. Sloka number 35. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena ja Grihyate. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho. See, Arjuna in the beginning, soon after the Vishada Yogam, Krishna actually scolded Arjuna. Now, Bhagavan is agreeing with Arjuna. He says, Asamshayam Mahabaho. Yes, you are perfectly correct, Arjuna. Those who cannot control the manas, it is very difficult to reach into the Yoga Rudhavastha and Yoga Avastha and reaching me. All that what I said cannot be attained. Asamshayam Mahabaho. Perfectly correct, I agree with you. Certainly, undoubtedly, what you said is correct. Asamshayam. Without doubt, what you said is correct. Mano Durnigraham Chalam. It is very difficult to control, restrain, restrict, limit the manas. Because it is chalam, it is restless. But the next line is probably the most famous for everyone. Because if you are not lazy, you are ready to work, you can attain anything. That is what Bhagavan says. Abhyasena tu Kaunteya. Keep on practicing, Arjuna. Vairagyena jagrihyate. With detachment. Practice with detachment. Abhyasena tu Kaunteya vairagyena jagrihyate. You will be able to get it. You will be able to control your manas. How? Abhyasam. Sadhana is must. Without sadhana, you cannot. Oh, powerful. Mahabahu. You are already a powerful man. Therefore, it is possible for you. Mahabahu is what is calling, not Partha. Oh, my friend, because he is your friend, it doesn't guarantee. But you are already powerful. Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena jagrihyate. With Vairagyam, you will be able to get it. Raga Vimukti is possible. Effort has to happen. It has to be a daily routine practice. If you restrain yourself and then practice, it will be possible for you. Now, Bhagavan continues. Sloka number 36. What does it say? Asamshayatmana yoga. Asamshayatatmana yoga. Asamshayatatmana yoga. Dushprapa iti me matim. Vashyatmanatu yatata shakyo vaptu mupayata. Shakyo vaptu mupayata. Possible to achieve. Upayam, the right means, with the basic method. Asamshayat atmana yoga, whose mind is possible to get into that Atma level and join with Atma. The Manas vibration is the problem. Yes, you can take that. Asamshayat Atmana yoga. Get that into Atma level. Join with that. And then Dushprapa iti me madi. Difficult to attain. Guaranteed. But once you can take your manas to your own Atma, Vashyatmana tuyatata, then try for that option. What is that option? Keep your manas to your own Atma level by one whose mind is controlled and then put into Atma level. Vashyatmanatu yatata. One who can do that. Shakyavyapta upayata. That possibility to achieve with the right method what we have described so far. Earnestly, if you try, sincerely, if you try, with the proper means, perfection of yoga is possible, in my opinion. That is what the Bhagavan says. It is difficult to attain, but not impossible. So therefore, control your manas. Get that into the Atma. And that Atma is already joined with the Bhagavan. With that sadhana, you will be able to attain. That is what Bhagavan says. Asamshayatmana yoga dushprapa iti me mati vashyatmana tu yatata shokya vaptumupayataha. Now Arjuna is not again convinced. He has got some more question. So 37, 38, 39. 3 slokas. The question. What will happen if I miss my bus? Such questions are being answered here. Then 8 slokas till the end of the chapter is Bhagavan's answer to this question which he asks. What is that? A mystic, a wise person does some mischief in his life. He does some mistake. A mystic person does a mistake. A wise person do some small aberrations. He is out of the rail. Then what will happen? All these could be questions which needs answer. That is what Bhagavan is going to explain. The question by Arjuna. Sloka number 37. Arjuna uvacha ayati sraddhayopeto yogachalita manasa aprapya yoga samsiddhim kamgadim Krishna gacchati. By chance, from the rail, if he gets derailed, a yogi is on his prarthana, in his practice, but he misses. An unsuccessful person, an unsuccessful yogi, with an unsteady mind, unable to reach the goal of yogi, what will happen in his life? That is what Arjuna is asking. Arjuna uvacha ayadi sraddhayo vedo. By careful means, with full sraddha, with the full dedication, Assume he possessed all these qualities what you are saying. Yoga Chalita Manasa. He is moving into the devotional aspects as per Manas and the Atma and the Buddhi and everything joined together. He is into that. Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim. Assume by chance he loses his attention. He is not able to reach there. Yoga Samsiddhim. His perfection is not up to that level where he became a Yoga Ruta as per your definition. Kam Gadim Krishna Gachati. What will happen and where he will go? Krishna, please tell. If I break my discipline, what will happen to me? That is the question which is asking. It's a beautiful question, which is common practical problem for all of us. Arjuna is only representing each one of us in front of these discipline. And that is why Arjuna is asking this question. Probably Vyasa would have manufactured these questions, or maybe after Gita is written, Mahabharata is written, somebody else would have read. Apart from Vyasa, somebody would have contributed such questions to explain it further. That is also possible. Bhagavan only knows. Arjuna Uvacha Ayadis Sraddhayo Peto Yogachalita Manasa Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim Kam Gadim Krishna Gachati. What will happen to such people? That is what the question asked by Arjuna. Kachinno Bhaya Vibrashtha Chinna Bramiva Nashyati. Chinna Bramiva Nashyati. Apradishto Mahabaho Vimudho Brahmana Padhi. Kachinno Bhaya Vibrashta. Kachinno, whether or not, both deviated from Chinna Brahmiya Brahmivanashyati, broken from like a cloud, broken pieces of clouds. What will happen to that cloud? Pradishto, without any support, it will fall. Similarly, Pradishto Mahabaho Vimudo Brahmana Pathi, one of the paths of God realization. He gets such bewilderment. What will happen to such people? That is what Arjuna wanted to know. Such a person who deviates from yoga, both material and spiritual world. A, he is not able to be strong enough where there can be a heavy rain. I am not that densified to get that blessings from you. I am only a small bits here and there. Then will I be like a broken cloud which will fall without strong shower? In the whole sphere, will I have some place or not? That is what Arjuna wanted to know. Kachinna Bhaya Vibrashta Chinna Bra Ava Nashyati Apradishto Mahabaho Vimudho Brahmana Pathi. Will that become a waste life? Will it become unaccounted? It will not be able to make a good benefit. All that small effort which I did, will it go waste? That is the question. 39. Edanme samshayam Krishna chetumarhasya sheshataha todanya samshayan syasya cheta na hyupapadyate. Edanme samshayam Krishna. All these questions and doubts which I have, Krishna, Edanme samshayam, these questions of mine, E Krishna, chetumarhasya sheshataha, to totally confused mind of mine, if you think that you can clarify it and clear my doubts, asheshadaha, completely, if you can clean my manas, chetumarhasya sheshadaha, without keeping any doubt, if you can clear all these, Todanya samshayasya. That without doubt. Samshayasya. Without any doubt. All these questions which I had as doubt, if you can clarify, Cheta na hyupapadyate. Dispel all, remove all doubt of mind completely and clean. And what it should be done? Hyupapadyate. Upgrade me. Hyupapadyate. Lift it up. Chetana. Without any doubt in my mind, please lift me up. Who can do this? Only you can do. Tadanya. Nobody else can do other than you. Tadanya samshayasya. Only you can do, my Krishna, lifting me up from this state of confusion to a clear, knowledgeable person. Chetana hyupapadyate. Only you can lift me up and clear my total doubt. That is what Arjuna is telling Krishna with a best question. Like all of us are represented by Arjuna. Etanme samshayam Krishna chetumarhasya sheshataha twadanya samshayasya cheta na hupapadyate. Lift me up and then put into a state where I have no doubts. So from here onwards, all that 40 to 47, 8 slokas are the real message of how you can get into that stream of perfection with regular practice. Even if you derail sometime, what will happen to you? These are being explained by Bhagavan. Sloka number 40. Sri Bhagavan Parthanaiveha Namutra Vinashastasya Vidyate Nehi Kalyanakrit Kaschit Durgadim Tatagaschati Parthanye Veha Namutra. O Arjuna, my son Partha, the son of Partha. Actually, Krishna is also calling Partha, my friend, my boy, my colleague, my Saghav. Never in this world, Naiveha, never in this world, Namutra, or in the Paralokam, in the next world, in another world, Vinashastasya Vidyate. Without destruction, nothing happens. If somebody can bring in some knowledge, there is a chance of losing knowledge also. For anything which is taking birth, which can improve, the destruction which can exist, which can also have a destruction. Vinashastasya Vidyate. Without destruction, nothing exists in this world. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschit. Not even the God realization will stay permanent. That also will lose. Durgadim tatagachati. Durgadim. It will go into bad paths. The derailment can happen. Tatagachati. Oh, my friend, it can also go. Your doubt is perfect. Now Arjuna has equipped well to ask very, very good question where Krishna understands the question perfectly and therefore the answer comes close to the practical life. Parthanaiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate. Vinashastasya vidyate. There is nothing which cannot be destroyed. Vidya also will get destroyed. Parthanaiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschit. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschit. Durgadim tatagachati. Durgadim tatagachati. Now sloka number 41. Prapya punyakritam lokan. Prapya punyakritam lokan. उषित्वा शाश्वती समा शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टो विजायते योगभ्रष्टो विजायते unsuccessful yogi, what will happen? Yoga bhrashta, you will be removed from that path of austerity, that rich state where you are, you will be removed from that. That is possible. Prapya punyakritam logan, unsuccessful yogi, after many years of lot of practices, ushitva shashwati sama, reach into such a level, shuchinam srimatam gehe, and exactly reaches into that house where you are eligible to take birth. Shuchinam srimatam gehe. What will happen if you miss your chance? Don't worry, in the next Janma, you will take birth in such a family where you can continue these practices. Yoga Bhrashta Vijayate. The unsuccessful yogis take birth in such family in the next Janma where probably you will get a chance to continue. But whether to continue or not is your decision. But you will get a birth in such family. After many years of all these living happens in your life, is born to a family where the righteous people are there. So probably you are practicing this or thinking of practicing this because you have taken birth in such a family where you are exposed to this little bit. Or in the earlier Janma you would have left it in the half and then therefore you got a Janma. That means whatever you practiced in that Janma is not wasted. That will continue here now. So there is a continuation, Janma after Janma. That is what Bhagavan says now. Prapya punyakritvan, prapya punyakritam logan, ushitva shashwati sama, shujinam srimatam gehe, yoga brashto vijayate. So, if you practice little bit, it has to be read a continuation to the earlier question and what Bhagavan says. In case if you derail, you will get a Janma in the next Janma in a better kulam, in better family. Prapya punyakritam lokan, ushitva shashwati sama, shujinam srimatam gehe, yoga brashto vijayate. Now, 42nd sloka. Adhava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam. Adhava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam. Edadhi durlabha taram. Edadhi durlabha taram. Loge janma yadidrisham. Loge janma yadidrisham. Adhava yoginameva. If by divine wisdom, with the blessings of the Bhagavan, assume you got birth in such a family. Kule bhavati dhimatam. In a family you took birth. With dhimatam, with all the wise people around you. Edadhi durlabhataram. But that itself is not that easy. Durlabham. It is very rare to get such a chance. Loge janma yadidrisham. That taking birth like this, born in such a family with a divine wisdom, itself is very difficult to attain in this world. Therefore, if you have practiced a little bit in one Janma, next Janma you will get in a wisdom family, wise family, where such possibility of continuation of practice is given. But getting such Janma in the wise house, wise family with such parents is not that easy. Durlabham. That is also Durlabham. Adhava yogi nameva kule bhavati dhimatam edaddi durlabhataram loge janma yadidrisham getting such places for wonderful birth itself is not that common. But yes, probably that is what makes all of us to read Bhagavad Gita now. That is what Bhagavan indirectly telling us, or directly telling Arjuna, saying that you have taken birth in this family. That is why you are able to ask this question and I am able to explain, and you are able to listen to this. Because from Janma Janmantaram, earlier Bhagavan said, from Surya onwards to Manu and Ichwahu, all these disciplines have learned this. They were all in the Unnata Kula, the best Kula, Rishikulas. And you are able to listen to this is because you have also taken such birth. I have also taken such birth. That is what Bhagavan already explained. This is what, as continuation, Bhagavan says, sloka number 43. Yatratam buddhi samyogam labhate purvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyah samsiddhau kurunandana. Yatratam buddhi samyogam, that buddhi, that wisdom buddhi, joining with samyogam with Atma, tatratam, there that exists. What exists? The buddhi exists in the Atma. Labhate purvadehikam. Purvadehikam. Because of the previous lives, we are able to get into that sort of a state. Labhate. We will get it. You will get it. People will get it. Arjuna. Yatadecha tato bhuya. Strive for that. What for? Do as much as you can in this Janma so that next Janma you get a life in a better family, and probably your buddhi and manas will get into the Atma level. Samsiddho kurunandana. For the perfection. Samsiddhi. For the perfection. For clearance. For clean. Strive harder and harder. After Janma. The wisdom of the previous life to continue. So that in the coming Janma, you will be able to get into the perfection of a yogi. So that is what you should try. That is what Bhagavan asks to Arjuna. That means Bhagavan is asking all of us to strive for that. Because we represent Arjuna here. We are listening to Bhagavan's messages. Tatrattam buddhi samyogam labhade purvadehikam yatadeja tado bhuyah samsiddhau kurunandana. Then you will get it, Kurunandana. That chance you got it already to listen to me. Because you are Purvya Janma, you have done something great. That is indirectly what Bhagavan is saying. Now sloka number 44. Purvabhyasena tenaiva. Purvabhyasena tenaiva. Hriyate hrivashovi sa. Jitna surabi yogasya. Jitna surabi yogasya. Shabda Brahmadi Vartade. Shabda Brahmadi Vartade. The sound and the strength you will be able to listen to Shabda Brahmadi. What is the Shabda Brahman? Veda. The knowledge from the Veda. Upanishads. That portion of that knowledge from that we will be able to listen. That comes to us. Vartate, it comes to us. We will be blessed with that. Purvabhyasena te naiva. Without any earlier Janma best benefit, without any discipline, Purvabhyasam. Either in the Purva Janma or in this Janma, the practices which we had in those days of earlier days. The Purvabhyasam, as per the earlier slokas, it can be from the earlier Janma. But in this Janma, what you should do? Oh, previous Janma I did this. So I have taken birth in a wisdom family. So let me keep quiet without continuing this Abhyasam. No. That will not happen. That is not permitted. That is what Bhagavan says here. Purva Abhyasena tenaiva. You have to continue that Abhyasam. And such person who continues that, Hriyate Hevashovi. Hevasho apisa. Api, although such person, Hevasho, helplessly, get attracted to that. With that continuation, with previous one, assume you get attracted to that. And what you should have? Jitnasu. Like you have now a lot of questions. Hey Arjuna, you have a lot of questions. Jitnasu, you have questions. And with that inquisitiveness, zeal in knowledge, the thirst in knowledge, Surabhi yogasyaha, about the yogis, you are asking a lot of questions. Then you will be able to hear the Veda Upanishad mantras. You will be able to hear Gita. Previous Janma, in this Janma your Abhyasa, and all that Bhagavan's blessings and the Guru's blessings. You will be able to listen to those Vedic knowledge, the wisdom, the Vedic wisdom, the Upanishad, Gita. You will be able to hear the Shabda Brahmadi Vartade. That will come to you. The past discipline is essential. In this Janma, discipline is also essential. Both are essential. Purvabhyasena tenaiva hriyade hevashopi sa jitna surabhi yogasya shabda brahmadi vartade. That will come to us if you have this practice in previous Janma, and this Janma continue that. Now sloka number 45. Priyatmadyada manastu yogi samshuddha kalpishaha aneka janma samsiddha sthido yadi param gadi. Sthido yadi param gadi. Prayatnam adya manastu. Prayatnat, with effort. You must have this effort. Abhyasam is required. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. What abhyasam you want? This prayatnam. If you have this prayatnam, manastu, with the full manas inside that, getting totally inside that, with the full devotion, yogi samshuddha kalpisha, without any material desire. Kalpisha is material desire. Samshuddhi, with the full purification, yogi, be a yogi. Anega janma samsiddhat. Anega janma samsiddha. With a lot of different janma, janma after janma, getting more and more purification, cleaning yourself, tado yadi param gadi. You will attain that highest gadi. Param gadi. Paragadi. Paragadi is reach to Bhagavan. Stado yadi param gadi. We will all reach to Bhagavan if you have this practice. Prayatnadyada manastu yogi samshuddha kalpishaha anega janma samsiddha stado yadi param gadi. With a lot of janma, keep on practicing, attaining that perfection, that purification, without having any material attachment, with the past birth and this birth what we have accumulated, with all the merit, we will be able to reach to that stage. Prayatnadyada manastu yogi samshuddha kalpishaha anega janma samsiddha stado yadi param gadi. Beautiful ways of getting into Bhagavan is explained by Bhagavan himself. Now having done this, the dhyanam, importance of dhyanam, and jnani, tapasi, karmi, dhyani, yoga, all that as a tattvadarshi is what we are going to see in the next sloka, sloka number 46, where we have already seen earlier also. Maybe in the earlier chapter, what is a tattvadarshi was explained. In the 4th chapter, Bhagavan clearly explained what is a tattvadarshi. That continuation is what we are seeing now here. What is that? Tadviddhi pranipadena pari prashnena sevaya upadeshyanti te jnanam jnani nas tattvadarshinaha. This is sloka number 4, the chapter 34th sloka. Getting that knowledge. Jnani na tattvadarshinaha. Get that knowledge with the Pariprashnena sevaya. Total devotion. That is what a tapasvi, a yogi has to strive. That is what here also Bhagavan is explaining it again. So it is a continuation to what is explained in the 4th chapter, Sannyasam, Karma Sannyasa Yoga. After that, we had Karma Yoga was there, and after that, Bhagavan explained in the 4th chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. In that status, that level, we have to do this yoga practice. That is what Bhagavan says here also. Tapasi, Jnani, Karmi, and Yoga and Dhyanam. That is what is important. Now, closer to Dhyanam. This is actually the chapter of Dhyanam. Atma Samyamana Yoga. Atma Samyama Yoga. Dhyana Yoga. That is what it is. Tapassibhyo adhigo yogi. Tapassibhyo adhigo yogi. Jnani dyo da. Jnani bhyobi madodhika. Karmibhya. Karmibhya Shchi. Karmibhyascha yogi. Karmibhyascha yogi. Tapassibhyadigo yogi. Tapassibhyadigo yogi. Jnanidhyobhigo mada adhikaha. Karmibhyascha yogi. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. You have to become such a yogi. Who is the superior yogi? In what level? Higher than tapasi. Superior to jnana. That means you must have tapas. You must have knowledge. Then what you should have? Superior to karmi. That means you must be karma yogi also. So if you are a tapasi, jnani and karmic, then you can strive for becoming a yogi. That means you should have material displeasure, fully into action, a logical thinking, with high wisdom, with a desire to reach God. Tapassibhyo digo yogi. Go beyond the tapasi. That means with the detachment to the worldly affair. Jnanibhyobi madhodika. Full knowledge. Superior to that you must reach. Higher than a knowledgeable person. Karmibhyascha adigo yogi. Doing all your activities, getting 200% busy in your life, not with selfish kudumba dharma, samuha dharma. Doing it for the world. Be active. Such yogis, such practitioners, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Those people will become eligible or strivers that can take into the step of a yogi. They will strive to be a yogi. Therefore, Arjuna, you can strive to be a yogi now. That is what Bhagavan says. Tapassibhyo digo yogi. Jnanibhyo bimadodhika. Karmibhya schadigo yogi. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. That is what is essential, Arjuna. Now, having done this, in the Atma Samyama no yoga, Atma Samyama yoga, Dhyana yoga, the last sloka number 47. What Bhagavan is making it very clear, who with all these eligibility get into that is a yogi. And what is that minimum first qualification? Abide with me, be with me, surrender all that action what you do, all that jnana what you get, all the benefit which you get, all the practices which you have, surrender everything to me. I am the ultimate. Unite with me, worship me, the great faith in me, with the mentality, understanding that every living being around also are people where I am residing in them. Therefore, serve them totally. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehinaha santosham janayat pratna tadaivam Ishwara pujanam. Get service to everyone, make everyone around you happy. Not a temporary happy which you will repent tomorrow. No. Give them a longer happiness. That is what is to be done. That if you try, that service is what you are doing. And with that manobhavam, that bhavana, if you have, that is what you have in your manas, in your buddhi, in your action. That devotion is there. Then everything what you do become a service to everyone. So Antaratma, the inside of your inside, the Jivatma, Sarvadha, every time, for every action, has to have bhakti. And then you reach into that Sreshthavastha. Sreshtan. You will become Sreshtan. That is what is essential. That is what Bhagavan says. Sloka number 47. Yoginam abhi sarvesham madgadena andaratmana Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam. Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam. Whoever do bhajans to me, same yuktatamo madaha. Same yuktatamo madaha. They are the yukta, the highest yogi. As far as I am concerned, as according to me, that is what? Mataha. My opinion. Whose opinion else we require? Bhagavan's opinion is the topmost opinion. That is what Bhagavan says. Yoginam abhi sarvesham madgadena antaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. He is the best person as far as I am concerned. He is the ultimate. That is what Bhagavan says. Yoginam abhi sarvesham. As a yogi, everywhere, in all types of activities, sarvesham, 360 degree. Every place, everywhere, every action which he does, madgate nandaratmana, keeping me inside of his manas, hridaya guhara madhye, in the center of the hridayam, keep me. Madgate nandaratmana, in the inside me, madgate nandaratmana, inside the manas, keeping me, putting me inside. And what is to be done? Shraddhavan, with all the faith. Shraddha is with the full concentration, with the full faith. Ananyas chintayanto mam, without having any other thought, fully surrendering to me. That is what is Shraddha, focused. Shraddhavan bhajate, who is totally in devotion to me. Many people mistook this bhajate as chanting bhajans. Stupid, no. Repetition of his name 1,000 times is not what Bhagavan wants. Bhagavan wants action which will be useful for humanity, social service. Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam. Bhajade is engaging with the devotional service. That is what bhajade. Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam. To me means to the people, because everyone around them, around you, around me are people, are the divine people. Same yuktatamo mataha. That is what according to me, actual getting into the yogi avastha. That is what Bhagavan says. Yoginam abhi sarvesham madgate nandaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo mataha. This is the end of chapter number 6, Shashtodhyayam, Dhyana Yoga Namaha, Atma Samyama Yogo Nama. Idi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Atma Samyama Yogo Namaha Samapta. So, namaskaram to all of you.